Exciting. Okay, Lindsay, could you read our listener's question for us?
Absolutely. Here's the question. Dear Lindsay, Michelle, and Jessica, my name is Yorlani Acevedo from Costa Rica. I've been listening to you every day since 1 year ago. I would like to know how to use out. For example, the word send out. So she wants to know how to use that word. Great question, Yorlani.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the word out is used all the time and like in so many different phrases, phrasal verbs. It's amazing how dynamic this word is. So it's used all the time. So what does it mean? It's the opposite of in, right?
Yeah.
But it's used in so many more ways than that, right? So, it basically means away from something. Like when I looked it up, I remember, it sounds funny to look up the word out because it's just, means, not in. But I actually looked it up and I think I remember seeing like away from the center or something like that, and so I was thinking of it more as meaning like away. So away from the inside or away from something else. And you'll see why I, bring this up in a second. But so what is send out, Lindsay?
Well, send out. So, for example, to send something away, literally or metaphorically. Okay. So here's a sample sentence. I need to send out my thank you notes. That means that you need to send them away. It means you need to get them to the people out away from you and out to them, right? Send out.
Right. Or you might say like, oh, I'm sending out like positive, thoughts, or I'm sending out like good vibes or something like that. And that would be more like, not literally that you're sending them, but, more of an idea.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So this word out is huge. And, we could do 800 episodes. We could do a whole podcast. The whole series is about the word out. There's just so many. But I chose a few of them today that I thought would be good. So Lindsay, what's the first one?
All right. So the first one is stand out, right? So stand out is to be noticeable or to be different.
Right. So this is this idea of thinking about the word out as not necessarily physically just being like out or in, but being like away from the norm, right?
Yeah. So here's a sample sentence. She has blue hair, so she really stands out in the crowd.
Yeah. So that's another one. We say sometimes you say like stand out in the crowd, right? Amongst in a sea of people, that this person is noticeable or different.
Right, exactly. So stand out. And, we could go more into this word, but a lot of times, at least in our culture, it's actually a good thing to stand out when you're an adult. When you're a kid, it's kind of like scary because maybe you're awkward. You don't want to stand out. But when you're an adult or even in your job and your career, it's good to stand out. It's good